Okay, let us talk about intelligence, right? You know, that thing that we value a lot, you see? Intelligence is basically broad, and everybody has that because humans have intelligence, and that's what gives us an advantage over every other animal in this in the world. You know, humans are animals as well, but what makes us different from the other animals is that we have intelligence, right? So we can think, for you can think outside, because we have primal instincts, right? However, we have a brain, and that is where our intelligence lives, right? So as long as we have the brain, as long as we have this, then we are intelligent. But the difference is that people we think we're stupid. Why though? It seems like we simply because we don't have intelligence, we have less intelligence. How do we know we have less intelligence? And according to what? Because intelligence is broad, as far as I've learned. You see? Okay, let me just start this. We have grown up to believe that what makes you smart is that you have to be academically gifted or academically excellent and speak perfect English. You know a lot of know a lot of things about many things, especially in the sciences, like the hard science, the STEMs, physics, mathematics, all of that stuff. And don't forget literature. So yes, but that is intelligence, and that those are important to for those people who like that stuff. Mhm. But it doesn't stop there. It's because intelligence is broad, because there's intelligence in book smarts. There's also intelligence in street smarts as well, because there's we've got to learn how to survive sometime. So let's say you're like but the big thing is, so yes, let's say you are, you know because you've got to know how the streets work, you see, because here in South Africa we must know the local languages, for example. Oh yes, language, that is another intelligence, you see, because even if you can't speak any language with your mouth, you can speak a language with your body, like with sign language. So is it, or yeah, sign language with the bodies. I'm just trying to make myself comfortable here. So um, that is the if and that is one other intelligence. You see, even if you speak one language, it's that's still intelligence. You see, and then you have another intelligence where you're creative. You see, doesn't matter what, whether you're creative in drawing, creative in acting, creative in dancing, creative in music, because say you is because we can't be intelligent about everything. You see, the human brain knows what it's been exposed to its whole entire life and what we were, innately born with. So we some people may be naturally better at some intelligences than others, and then they are better at some things than us. It's a way of life. That's how life is. So what we need to do is look at ourselves and embrace our intelligences, because these things make us smart as well. It doesn't really have to be about using strategy and complicated anything. It's just using your brain. Even if you're buying things, that's intelligence, isn't it? You're buying something, you know what change you know what changes, you know how much change the person should give you. If you correct someone, then that's intelligence. If even though you know how to use a fridge, right, and you can adjust um the temperature by um, by weather, then that is intelligence. If you even know what the weather is, that's intelligence. So yes, you and yes, that's intelligence is really broad. You see, so yeah, don't ever think you're stupid just because you are behind in one intelligence compared to somebody else who is naturally gifted at that thing, while you are naturally gifted on your own thing. And this brings me to my next point. What is a stupid person? There is no such thing as a stupid person. You know, like throughout my life, throughout our lives, we grew up to believe through media that a stupid person is those who you know doesn't come up with bright solutions, those who don't come up with any solutions, those who fail in class, those who says the stupidest things. Everybody says stupid things, even smart people. You see. So um so yes, those are the things that apparently makes a person stupid. You know, but but I don't think anyone. I don't think these things are enough to make a person stupid. You see, because everybody says something dumb. At some point in their lives. It doesn't it doesn't have to be like, oh goodness, what did you just that this guy says something. He just said something stupid. You see, it's like, no, it's not like that. It can also, it doesn't have to be necessary about giving the wrong answer in the wrong context. For example, if you say, oh, um if the teacher asks you, oh, what is so what is, how can I say it, mm, what is black, and what is black and something that you use, and something that you use for your legs, and then you say chair. Eh, and said no, legs. You say, oh, pants. Yes, and then the teacher will say correctly that that's if they have black, a black pair of trousers on the drawn on the whiteboard or the blackboard or whatever. So that may be the wrong answer, but chairs are also made for the buttocks and legs. You see, some of them, yes, but but that's a bad example actually. But let's just move on. Saying something stupid, right? And something stupid like like for example, I like jerseys, and I like jerseys, or park, pigs. Can pigs fly? Yeah, that's a genuine question, but um, I can't really come up with stupid questions, but I can't really come up with stupid things to say, actually, but you know what I mean. But you can also say something stupid in terms of, you can be the smartest person in the world, yet fail in relationships, yet fail in, in video games, you see, yet fail at knowing what, what sex is, you see. So, yeah, so yes, you can be the most brilliant scientist in the world. It's like if you are socially awkward, right? You don't know much, and that means that you lack certain social intelligence or something there. But that does not make you stupid. As long as you're smart in one thing, um, that means you are smart. You see. So yes, um, but one thing is that I've noticed is that people call you stupid. Have you been called stupid at least once in your life. Yes, right? You've been called stupid because you didn't, you don't think like the person who called you stupid, and you didn't come with the answers they wanted. How arrogant do these people have to be that they have to project their, expectations onto you to see to determine what an intelligent person should be? Then if you don't meet those criteria, that means that you are stupid. Complete, utter arrogance and nonsense too. So, for example, one says, okay, so let's say that you're doing you're doing maths, right? And they say, okay, there are six. Okay, so there are six there are six baskets, right? Each with 11 each with 11 mangoes, yes? You take five of those baskets away. How many mangoes do you have left? Right? So, and then I'll say 11. And then they said, wait. And then the person A, the one next to me, says, but where are your calculations? Where are your calculations, mister? I'm like, what calculations? It's obvious. I've already done them in my head. There were six, baskets, right? Each with 11. That means 66 mangoes were total, right? Took five away. Now it left with 11. But then, he shows me like, and then he tells me that I'm stupid, you see? Because I, gave a very simple calculation. And, because he used algebra to calculate the thing. You see? He thought he was smarter than me. You see? Oh, let's use another example. This time in dating. So let's, when this guy's my wingman, right? And he wants me to say something to her, but he tells me what to say. He tells me to like sweet talk her and do these pickup lines and all that. But I just said, hey, would you like to go out sometime? And then she says yes. And then she told me, and then this wingman, after she's left, told me that I was stupid to say that stuff. But then I said, oh, but it worked, didn't it? Just because I didn't use your lines doesn't mean, or your way of, raising up a girl, doesn't mean that I am stupid, right? So, people have to get over themselves, and stop calling you stupid. Just because you don't think like them. Everyone thinks, their own way. Let them think their own way. People are really intelligent, you see, because if we were not intelligent, we'd all be dead. We wouldn't have to been alive without intelligence, you see. So yes, there is no such thing as a stupid person, right? Yes, we may do stupid things and come up with stupid answers, but we're not but we're sorry, but we're not stupid, you see, at all. Because we learn from those things and then we move on. And also, we are smart in some in certain things. We're intelligent in other things. You see, something that we are naturally good at. You see, so even if the things that we learn from scratch, we're intelligent in those too. So please, let's forget about this whole so let's redefine intelligence, right? Intelligence being that it's not only book smart, speaking perfect English and knowing a lot of things. You can also be intelligent yet be hyper specialized in one thing. You see, hyper specialized in one thing, even if it's a niche, like ballet. That's a certain type of dance, right? But you don't know crap about hip hop. You don't know anything about other types of dancing, African dance, but you know very well about ballet, the history, everything. You are intelligent in that. You see, if you want to broaden your intelligence, go ahead, do it. You have all the resources for that. So yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today.